Are you using IEP goals with objectives or benchmarks? Just a clear question here, right? Which one are you using? Do I use an objective or do I use a benchmark? I'm going to share my experience about how I use an objective versus a benchmark, because I feel like there might be some confusion in the world about when we are using these things. And please, 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 please comment below if you use it in a different way or if your district has told you something else, because I love to learn too. And I want this information so that I can be a better special education teacher too. So, from my experience, from my professional experiences, I have been able to decipher objectives versus benchmarks in this way. So, when I'm thinking about a goal, let's say addition, I want a student to be able to learn addition. And in order to do that, I need them to be able to gain the ability to correctly answer questions, right? To be able to get more rote memory in addition problems, right? So when I'm thinking about a goal, I would say, student will be able to, given a visual, identify or be able to solve addition problems with 100% accuracy. Let's just say, right? That's the goal. It's a very generic, there's other components that I would say to add to it. But then I know I'm going to be using benchmarks. Benchmarks, I want that student to increase their ability. Right now, they can do it with 60% accuracy, which isn't great, but it could be better, right? And so 60 is their baseline. So the next one I'm going to have is 70. So I want them to be able to have 70% accuracy. So 7 out of 10 problems. That's where we're going. Then the next benchmark after that, I'm going to say they need 80%, 8 out of 10 correct, right? Next part, I need 9 out of 10, 90%, right? Those are my benchmarks. That's what's going to change is the accuracy for each benchmark that I have, okay? Now on the flip side, maybe I have a student that I just want them to increase their ability to participate in solving mathematical equations in general, right? They need to be able to do adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Those are 4 different things that I need them to be able to do, and all of those are very different. I know me, addition and subtraction problems are pretty easy for me to do. Multiplication and division, a little bit harder for me to do. And so those scoring mechanisms are going to be a little bit different. And so I know I'm going to be using objectives for solving mathematical equations because I need them to do 4 different types of problem solving to be able to increase their ability to solve mathematical equations. So my objectives for that would be 1 would be solving addition problems with 90% accuracy. Now, objective 2 or B would be solving subtraction problems with 90% accuracy. Then C would be, objective C would be solving multiplication problems with 90% accuracy. And D would be solving division problems with 90% accuracy, right? That would overall increase their ability to solve mathematical equations. And so that's how I've pictured doing objectives versus benchmarks. And please, please, please tell me if this is different for your districts because I need to know because this is how I was taught is that I'm using objectives if I'm trying to target different skills, if there's different content that I need them to learn versus benchmarks. We're just trying to increase their accuracy or percentage that they are able to do that. So hopefully that was helpful to hear. I will create visuals and send it out in the email if that is helpful to hear. But I feel like there was something I just needed to like clear up. And please, 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 like I said, comment below if this is something that your district does very differently, and I want to know about it.